I stand here in my new home in Amman in Jordan. And I think to myself, because it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I've been here for about a week. Well, I still haven't paid for the apartment officially yet. That'll happen next week. What am I going to do with my life? I have woken, I have showered, I have wet mopped the floor, I have made a list of all the things that when I come back in June of next year that I need. For example, I need to get a few more of these powerboards so that I can make each one of the PowerPoints a little more functional. Even though we cleaned the covers of the sofa, the soft furnishings, the pillows do need to be washed because there is smoke other than our smokes. It just has a smell. I have washed the roller blinds and the curtain. The roller blinds are old and damaged, but I managed to make them survivable. I need to bring over a wet vac, steam vac type thing so I can clean the settee. This opens up and becomes a divan, which is really handy. Al both loves and hates this chair. It's leather, so I do need to, I'll bring over a leather cleaner, and it is old and the mechanism isn't brilliant, but it works well enough for him, and the seat's a little sunken, so I don't know how we can respring that. I keep being told that to use the central heating system is going to cost me about 1,000 JD for the diesel for a season. At the moment, this is December 3, and the temperature is still pretty good. What I do is I just put the air conditioner heater on in the bedroom, the smallest room, and then basically live in there. So what we have done in one of the bathrooms, we have to work through just some of the hardware. This doesn't work and is not going to work because it expels straight out into a public walkway just outside. So we're going to put a picture on the other side of that and then just allow that to have an air ventilation. And our friend has resealed that, so that has worked. It still smells pretty good. It's wonderful. This bench has become our kind of special bench. So Al's prayer mat and my books, etc. And it's also become a storage for extra paper there. What I haven't been able to figure out is what I'm going to do with the laundry at the moment, because I turn the heater air conditioner on in here for a few hours during the night to take the edge off. I've been putting it in here because then this is the hottest room in the house. We do need a fresh mattress and bed linen. I accidentally bought a single, so I've been using that. That's no big deal. And we'll be able to use it for the divan inside when that time comes. I have left all of my stuff in packing cubes. I just always find that a little easier. And with cleaning the soft furnishings here, it smells fabulous. And I have discovered the different mechanisms. There is a constant noise during the day, and I think that's the pumps, etc., from the building next door. So when I come back next time, I will clean the outside of the windows and this windowsill, etc. It's a waste of time doing it for this trip because I'm only here until tomorrow now. So I'll do that next time. So I've had this switch changed over. Hot water stays hot even when I've switched it off. So I switch the hot water on for about half an hour each day because I'm just by myself at the moment and we're only just using it in the morning. Just to try and conserve electricity. I just took the switch, separated the switch of the extraction fan to being independent, because I didn't want every time the light comes on for that fan to come on, because you're not always wanting to have extraction. So once again, it's just an additional noise. I'm not really too fussed on the bathroom layout because it's going to be gutted anyway. They say it's going to take about 10 days when we eventually do start the reno. So that will probably be in about March of next year, so that by April it will be finished, and I arrive the last week in April, something of that nature. So even though I've worked really hard to get rid of the built-up calcium and lime, it's no big deal. And that's why I'm not fussed about trying to find a towel rack or anything of that nature. So everything in this room is going to be gutted. We're not going to have the separate bidet. We're just going to use the bidet bum gun. And Al wants a floating toilet so that you can clean underneath it. And this was just an item that was in the place, so I've just used that as storage just for now. So I've been writing a list of things that I will need when I come over next. I'm not doing too much of the wall cleaning, etc., because that's going to get painted before I come back next time. These switches are for the water pump and some other things, so I would like to get a brother labeler just so that I know what they are for. I've tried to clean the light switches as much as possible just with soap and water, but I'm going to have to do a bit of a deeper clean for them when I come back next, because there is just 16 years of grime on them, because the building is 16 years of age. One of the things that we have done is we swapped out in the kitchen. Kitchen's going to stay the same, but we swapped out the original hinges for soft close hinges, so that's really nice. We have scrubbed and changed the filter in the stove, and of course the gas bottle was empty when we went to use it for the coffee for the first time. Used to it being slammed shut. So that's interesting. So now we have gas to be able to make Turkish coffee without a problem. Yeah, I'm still not fussed on the floors. I'm going to have to get a scrubbing brush to clean the grout, etc. And one of the things I noticed, the cleaner did a fabulous job on the walls, but you can definitely see where she stopped. And that was probably because of the mechanism that she was cleaning it with, which was the cloth over the squeegee. And she was maybe short. So I still have to do that. Once again, I'm not fussed on the windows. I've cleaned them from the inside, but I will get Mohammed, the guard, to clean them from the outside and to remove the vegetation for next year. So this is what my little place looks like. It's reasonable enough. Not that I'm going to do anything about it right at this moment. When you look at the general type of maintenance, it's very standard for Jordan to have a pretty poor finish on things. So if I do want to get pedantic, I'll just have to work through that. But yeah, that's basically what the place looks like and what the plan is going to be. I've got a list, you know, rubbish bin and a shoe space and coat rack for that area just there behind the door. I'd like it as a cupboard, a very thin, narrow cupboard, which wouldn't be very wide at all. I don't know how many shoes that I need, 2, whatever, maybe just a small one, and the coat rack in the corner. All the doors are solid wood, so what I could do is put a coat rack at the back of each of the doors to use as hanging space. I'll put that on my list. This 8JD carpet doesn't suit, is the wrong colour. We've got to change it out to a black one because our choices, because it was so cheap, was only the 3. So it was cream, black and grey. Grey doesn't show as much rubbish. The cigarette smoke and food litter that just falls on it, you can't see it. And I've got a little pooper scooper to collect that up. But yeah, that's got to get swapped out as well. So I don't know what I'm going to do with my days when I do move here. I have made a couple of outreaches to Doctors Without Borders but haven't had any response. They've not answered their phone or whatever. I'll try them again today before I leave tomorrow to set up something for next year when I come for the 10 weeks. I'll need to fill my time with doing something other than Touristico stuff. Exciting, and laying the foundation for the year after of how I'm going to fill my time. Exciting. Retire at 60, almost there. To property in 2 countries, live in between 2 countries. Let's see how the lawyer goes, getting the permission from the government. He started that application yesterday or the other day, but needed to set up an account, could only do it online, couldn't do it face to face, so needed to do it online. So then he was just waiting for the verification email to start that process. Oopsie, there's just the specific sections in the process that don't seem to make a lot of logical sense, but fingers crossed. The Jordanian embassy said twice when I called them that Westerners can buy. As I say, the owner is happy with the price that I'm willing to pay. I'm happy to pay the price that we negotiated. So I can't see any issues, hopefully, about being rejected. So we'll just wait and see. Retire at 60. Exciting adventures ahead.